There are many ways to play a video game. Some people play casually, chipping away at the game bit by bit as sessions of gameplay are interrupted by real life. Some people are more dedicated and have multi-hour play sessions that could last during the day and end at night. Nothing lasts forever though. Everything must come to an end eventually. Learned that one from Sonic.
Merlina, every world has its end. I know that's kinda sad, but that's why we gotta live life to the fullest in the time we have. At least, that's what I figure.
What about when a video game ends, when you come to the conclusion that the developers intended for? If you're even remotely into video games, you know that simply getting to the credits is not where the game ends. Some games have more content after the staff roll. However, there is a method of beating a game that requires more time and attention: 100% completion. What does it mean to 100% a game? It means unlocking every unlockable, beating every level, completing every quest, collecting every collectible, completing literally everything in the game. Of course, what you need to do for 100% completion varies from game to game, but always requires total mastery of said game's mechanics. 100%ing a game can often be a completely different experience than just getting to the credits without collecting everything. One of these games is Super Mario 64. Mario 64 is the first 3D game in the franchise. It's one of the most influential games of all time. 3D games probably wouldn't be what they are now if it wasn't for this game. I wasn't born yet when this game came out, so I missed out on it. Instead, I played the DS remake, Super Mario 64 DS. This was my first experience with Mario 64, and look, I get it. This game is an inferior experience because of the controls, blah blah blah, I don't give a shit. I love this game. Anyway, Mario 64 is one of those games where completing it 100% is a much different experience than any percent. Since you don't need all 120 stars to beat the game, it allows you to pick and choose which levels you play. You don't have to play all of them, so if you want, you can skip levels that you don't want to play. Not with 100% though, because you have to play every single level and collect every single star within them, even the bad ones. Some of these levels are absolutely not fun to play, and there's no avoiding them. I've nearly rage quit this game before because of this. Considering everything I've said so far, it sounds like 100%ing this game is a bad experience, right? Well, despite all of the bad stuff, whenever I replay this game, I always 100% it. I don't remember the last time I did an any percent playthrough. There's a lot of good and a lot of bad in a 100% playthrough, and I want to talk about that today. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about the ups and downs of 100%ing Mario 64. Let's talk about the game itself. You are this red guy here, Mario. You have to save this lady, Princess Peach's Toadstool. You have to collect a minimum of 70 stars in order to beat the game in a normal playthrough, but in a 100% playthrough, you have to collect all 120 of them. Across the 15 levels, there are 7 stars to collect in each level, with 15 bonus stars to collect. These bonus stars can be found either in the castle itself or in little bonus levels found in different places. In a normal playthrough, you can pick and choose which levels you want to do. If there's a specific level that you hate playing, you can skip it. However, in a 100% playthrough, you have to do everything. There is no skipping bad levels in a complete playthrough. You have to do the good and the bad. I'll be talking about my experience with every single level. What I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and some levels later on have a lot that I don't like. We'll get there eventually. If there's one thing about this game that I love, it's the sense of freedom that the game gives you. Yeah, there are still roadblocks and checks you have to clear, for example, getting a certain amount of stars to get one of the Bowser levels. However, Within those confines, you are able to collect any amount of stars in any of the levels you have access to. If you don't want to play Dire Docks, you don't have to. Yeah, in a 100% playthrough you have to play it anyway, but even then, if you want to play it later, you very much can. Dire Docks can be the last level you play in the game before going to the final Bowser level. That's what I love about this game. Even in a 100% playthrough, you can pick and choose which levels you want to play. You can save the less fun levels for last, or get those less fun levels out of the way first. Take Rainbow Ride for instance, the last level of the game, which is also my least favorite. It's one of my least favorite 3D levels in all of Mario. To get around in this level, you have to ride these extremely slow moving magic carpets around, which follows a rainbow trail. You have to ride this carpet at all times, because if you step off of it, you have a short amount of time to jump back on the carpet, or else it disappears. Fortunately, it wasn't a problem for me in this playthrough, but past playthroughs gave me a lot of trouble. It doesn't help that Mario's controls are not the best. I have fallen off so many times either because of the controls, or because of me being bad at the game. I think Rainbow Ride took me the longest time to get all of the stars for. I think the only stars I actually liked getting were Swingin' in the Breeze and Tricky Triangles, because you spent minimal time waiting on the carpet. The star that took me the longest though was the 100 coin star. Every main level has 6 stars to collect based on a certain objective in a level. The 100 coin star is the bonus 7th star, and every level has one to collect. If I'm being honest, I find collecting 100 coins for a star to be a complete chore. I often go for the 100 coin star while also going for the red coin star. Since red coins are worth 2 coins, and you don't get booted back to the castle when collecting a 100 coin star, I often just did both in one go. Whenever I saw a red coin star pop up, instead of going, "Ooh, I get to collect 100 coins," I just went, "Oh god, I have to collect 100 coins now." Rainbow Ride wasn't my least favorite 100 coin star to get, but I definitely spent the most lives trying to. In theory, it's not that hard of a star to collect, right? Just go to the left and collect all the coins over there, then go to the red coin area, then collect those red coins and the blue coins, and there you go, along with collecting the coins on the middle circles. Boom, 100 coin star. It seems easy, but remember, this is Rainbow Ride, where falling off is easy. I think I've lost more lives trying to get the 100 coin star than doing the entirety of my second least favorite level in the game, Hazy Maze Cave. Hazy Maze Cave is exactly as the level name describes it. It's a hazy maze in a cave, and like a maze, it's very cumbersome to navigate. There's no easy way to collect any stars here. You pretty much have to do what's required in order to get it. This level is also where you get one of the 3 power-ups, the Metal Cap. Fun fact, I recorded gameplay via Super Mario 64 co-op with no mods so I can have as vanilla of an experience as possible, while also playing in 60 FPS. Collecting the Metal Cap made Mario even more red than before, which I think looks cool as shit. Anyway, what I don't like about the process of getting this cap is that it's the only cap that isn't accessible within the castle, so if you want to try again, you have to go back to the level and it just takes time. I should know, I died once while in here and was forced to try again. Each area in Hazy Maze Cave has a map, and to this day I still can't understand it. I never needed the map anyway because these days I could pretty much navigate this level just fine. When I first played this game though, yeah, this was pretty ass. This was my actual least favorite level to collect 100 coins in. It's pretty easy to get all of them in Rainbow Ride despite the deaths, but still, you have a clear path. In Hazy Maze Cave, you need to look up and down and all around in order to collect 100 coins. It can be a long and arduous task, even more so than Rainbow Ride. However, that's not even the scariest part about this game, that the fact that there are 3 whole water levels. Let's talk about the worst one first, which I think is Dire Docks. This level is what stands between you and the second Bowser level. In order to unlock it, you have to complete Lord Bowser's sub. Beating Bowser is essential here because you cannot get the red coin star without defeating him first. Trust me, I've tried. Also, why does Bowser have a sub? I don't recall him ever using this sub again. He just usually uses his air fleet whenever he wants to get anywhere. What does he need a sub for? He might have thought it was useless because this is the last time the sub is used ever. I think at least. Unless there was a time he did end up using a submarine again. Anyway, beating Bowser gets rid of the sub, allowing you to collect the red coins and by extension the 100 coin star. This level is also home to my least favorite kinds of stars, the stars that are blocked off by the caps, especially the Vanish and Metal caps. They're mostly used as a roadblock, preventing you from collecting certain stars, and 2 of them are in this level. One of them is literally called Collect the Caps. This was an intentional roadblock. It's like they said, hey, you want to complete Dire Dire Docks now? Nope, get the caps first, dipsh. And then there's the other one, Through the Jet Stream, which requires the metal cap. But here's the thing, you can spawn the star without getting the metal cap, which means if you didn't know about it beforehand, now you have to go back and collect the metal cap. At least Collect the Caps lets you know that you have to collect the caps before beating it, but Through the Jet Stream tells you absolutely nothing about needing the metal cap. It would have been nice if the mission menu let you know if you needed one of the caps to collect the star or not, but you'll never really know until you actually see the star. Unfortunately, the second worst water level in the game, Jolly Roger Bay, has one of these stars as well. Jolly Roger Bay is available from the first area of the game, and you unlock it with 3 stars. In an any % playthrough, I would likely skip this one. Actually, I would skip all the water levels if I could, but this isn't any % unfortunately, this is 100%, so I might as well talk about it. Jolly Roger Bay isn't as bad as Dire Dire Docks, but it's still not very fun to play. The swimming is just so slow in this game. When I played co-op for the first time with some friends of mine, we had a faster swimming mod on, which made it much more bearable. Though at times it was a bit too fast, but I'll still take too fast over slow as hell. It's best to get the plunder and the sunken ship star first before getting any others, because getting the eel out of the ship and collecting the star, it makes the ship float, allowing the red coins to be collected. Fun fact, according to the Mario Wiki, the eel's name is Unagi. Now all of the other stars can be collected, including Through the Jet Stream, which for some reason shares its name with the other mission in Dire Dire Docks I was talking about. It's very slow to get all 100 coins in this one, since most of them are under the water. The blue coins in this cave area come in clutch though. You wanna know which level is better than this though? Wet Dry World. Wet Dry World is the best water level in the game because besides like 2 or 3 stars, you don't have to do much swimming at all. Almost this whole level can be navigated without water, it's great. Replaying this one wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. This level has what I like to call the secret star, where the star spawns after you find what the game calls secrets. These secrets are just certain spots in the level. For example, in Wet Dry World, the 5 secrets are here, 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 and here. 2 other levels have a secret star in it, Tiny Huge Island and Shifting Sandland. This room isn't even everything that this level has to offer, because shooting yourself through the cannon to this level gate over here, then swimming down the path takes you to this small town. Here you can get rid of the water and just play around in this town. I collected all 8 coins and didn't even swim around. At least, I don't think so. I don't think I could have anyway because most of the red coins are hiding in blocks that you have to punch. You can't punch in the water, so you have to set the water level low. And then there's the other roadblock star that you have to unlock the Vanish cap for. You already know how I feel about these stars, but what you don't know how I feel about is how I'm kinda indifferent towards Shifting Sandland. Shifting Sandland is just okay. I used to hate this level, but I don't really anymore. I've played it enough times to where I just tolerate it now. This is one of the few levels where I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna do the 100 coin star during the red coin star. I'm gonna do it on the secret star mission. I thought it was best to do it there because I would have had to explore the inside of the pyramid anyway, so I was just like, you know what, f it. Doing said 100 coin mission took me a few tries because I kept dying in the sand. Completing this level was actually kinda fun though. I enjoyed flying around with the wing cap trying to avoid the bird because it can attack you and steal your hat. If you get your hat stolen by a thing, then you have to get it back, or else you can't use any of the caps. I only got Mario's hat stolen once, so thankfully I didn't have to deal with that too much. However, inside the pyramid is where the fun begins. The inside is home to 3 stars. The secret star I was talking about, a star at the top of the pyramid, and a star locked behind a boss fight. One of the harder boss fights of the game. You have to fight these 2 hands that seem to have been guarding the star. I actually died during this fight, but it was only once. I had an easy time afterwards. The camera really didn't want to work at first, but it fixed itself afterwards. That's one of the most unfortunate things about this game. The camera does not like to work in my favor sometimes. Let's talk about one of my favorite levels, Tall Tall Mountain. There is a mission called Blast to the Lonely Mushroom. What you're supposed to do is talk to the pink Bob-omb somewhere in the level, but I didn't know where it was. So I got to the top of the mountain and I saw the same mushroom down there and I thought, I could totally jump down there. I swear my biggest enemy when trying to get this star was the camera. Whenever I was sure that I was going to land on the mushroom, psych! The camera moved in a way I didn't want to and I ended up missing the mushroom. It definitely took me a few tries, but I eventually got the star. There was this one attempt that I had. I successfully landed on the mushroom, but I slid off of the mushroom and I died. It was actually quite tragic. My favorite thing about this level is just how you can just do almost every star in any order you want, because most of them are just sitting there waiting for you to discover them. My favorite stars are just stars that you can collect at any time, even if you don't have a specific mission selected. In future games like Mario Sunshine and Galaxy, whichever mission you choose in the menu, you are locked to that mission. In Mario 64, you are not restricted to just the mission that you chose. You can do things out of order, and I love that that's an option. For example, in Tall Tall Mountain, this star right here is always available, even from the start. What you're supposed to do is go inside a hidden slide on the side of the mountain, which will take you to the star. You don't even have to go to the slide. You can just do what I'm showing you here and boom, you got it. There's also the mushroom I showed you earlier, and just look, I love this stuff! It makes Tall Tall Mountain one of my favorite levels. I think every star was fun to get here. I really enjoy this level. A level I don't enjoy as much, but still kinda do, is Tiny Huge Island. This level has 2 versions. A version where you are very big, and when you go into a pipe, you become very small. This one is also fun to explore, but if I'm being honest, it's not as freeing as Tall Tall Mountain. Most of the stars you collect just involve you doing specific tasks. For example, defeating small big piranha plants, finding 5 secrets again, fighting Wiggler, which is a very easy boss fight, probably the easiest in the game. Literally all you have to do is jump on him 3 times, then boom, you win. As for getting the 100 coin star, it's best to do it when you're small, because every large Goomba that you ground pound gives you a blue coin. Ground pound every Goomba you see while collecting coins, and once you've collected 84 of them, just do the red coin mission, then there you go. Now you've got 2 stars for the price of 1. Let's talk about a level I just find a bit mid, Big Boo's Haunt. This level takes place within this haunted mansion, which itself is in a cage with one other building inside it. For the first star, Go on a Ghost Hunt, you're supposed to defeat every ghost on the first floor of the mansion until the Big Boo himself shows up. Finishing this mission will open up the rest of the mansion. You're able to do mostly everything out of order, and fun fact, Instead of collecting the star when beating Big Boo, you can do the 100 coin star right then and there. You can even go to the balcony and beat the other Big Boo there as well. There's pretty much no reason to do it though, because it won't unlock the rest of the mansion. You still have to go on a ghost hunt in order for it to open up. It's pretty cool being able to do any mission you want. One of the best things about this game is being able to do almost any level at any order. That's the thing about this game, you don't have to do every level to completion. If you get tired of a certain level, you can take a break from that level then go to another one. That's what I love about this game, it feels so open. Even in a 100% playthrough when you have to complete everything eventually anyway, it's so good. What's also good is the fact that there are 2 snow levels in this game. I love snow levels in video games. They're always some of my favorites, and this game is no exception. Let's talk about the one I like slightly less first, Snowman's Land. I'm pretty sure literally every star is available right when you go into this level. You don't have to do Snowman's Big Head as the first mission, you could do what I did and do In the Deep Freeze first. It's fun. I actually really enjoyed collecting 100 coins here this time around. Being able to ride a Koopa shell really makes the experience more fun in my opinion. However, I f***ed up here. In order to get the 100 coin star, you first need to get into this igloo to collect more coins via the shell. However, I crashed, so I had to find another way in. It took a little bit, but I eventually found a way in. This level is home to the Chill Bully, which you have to defeat in order to get another star. It's a pretty easy fight, just a little harder than the big bully in Lethal Lava Land because of the ice physics. It's cool though. Speaking of cool, Cool Mountain is another one of my favorite levels. The first area of the game has some pretty good levels in it. Bob-omb Battlefield and Whomp's Fortress are absolutely iconic levels, and Cool Mountain is right there with them. This level is home to the iconic Snow Slide. It's not the most iconic slide in the game, but it's still a pretty fun slide, especially when you come back to the slide for the penguin race. I've actually died a few times on this slide, but I finally got good after a while and beat the penguin. I really enjoy running through this level and collecting all of the stars. I don't think there's a single bad star in this level, except for maybe Snowman's lost his head, where I was patiently waiting for the snowman to get to the head, but nope. That fool went right past. Like, I saw that happen and everything. That hurt my soul a little bit. Let's go from a cold level to a hot one. Lethal Lava Land. Lethal Lava Land is a pretty alright level. I like it. You have to navigate this hot area. I think you can jump to the volcano as early as the first mission. I didn't bother to try to see if I could though. I just waited until the actual volcano mission to show up. Then I had access to riding the shell, which makes navigating this level 10 times more fun, until I eventually crash of course and then die immediately due to lava. Theoretically, you could try to complete this level in any order, but it's just easier to do it in the actual order. This level is home to the bullies. You have to defeat 2 big bullies in order to beat each mission that they're attached to. I'm sure they could have thought of some other star for this level, because really, 2 stars that just consist of defeating bullies? They could have thought of something else, dog. Let's jump to the second to last level, Tick-Tock Clock. I actually really like this level, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I went into this level like, oh goodness, not this level, but no, this became one of my favorites. I ended up having to keep everything slow most of the time because most of the stars require the platforms to move. I kept everything slow to make it easier for me. In order to do that, I had to step into the level when the clock is at a certain time. You can either make it faster, slower, or completely frozen. My favorite star to get was Get a Hand, not even because of the intended way to get the star. Look at this, it's just sitting there. All you need to do is jump and kick and boom, you got it. I love not getting the stars the intended way. I think the 100 coin star for this level is best gotten on the Stomp on the Thwomp mission, because you have to climb all the way to the top anyways. Might as well collect every coin you see. I don't have much bad to say about this one, to be honest. I enjoy the climb up to the top. What I also find fun is Whomp's Fortress, the second level of the game. This level is just iconic, man. It was brought back from Super Mario Galaxy 2 for a reason. I love this level. Some stars are available from the start, but there really isn't an easy way to get them. It's best to complete Chip Off Whomp's block first, because that's when the rest of the level opens up. You can do almost every other star from here. It's really fun stuff. I don't have much bad to say about this level. It's really good and fun to play around in. Well, except when I die. That's when I feel like ass cheeks. It's also the only level that this owl appears in the whole game. It's meant to get you to this caged island in the sky with a star in it. There's only one other level to talk about now. The one that started it all. Bob-omb Battlefield. What bad could I say about this level? It's the most iconic level in the whole game, and it's one of the most open as well. In my opinion, this level is one of the most perfect opening levels in any game. There's plenty of space for you to explore and play around with your controls, lots of space to run and jump around. I think this level is an incredible first level. I genuinely can't find anything bad to say about it. In order for it to open up, you have to climb up to the top of the battlefield and defeat King Bob-omb. That's when this level really opens up. This level also has a roadblock star, but oddly enough, this is one of like 3 stars in the game that actually require the wing cap in the main levels. There are at least 3 other hidden stars that require the wing cap as well. Speaking of those hidden stars, it's time to talk about those as well. Most of these are either hidden throughout the castle or hidden within other levels. For example, each cap area has 8 red coins to collect, but you still have to hit the switch in order to officially unlock the corresponding cap. So if you collect the red coin star first and forget to hit the switch, you gotta go back in. Speaking of red coins, each Bowser area also has red coins, even though it's best to keep the last Bowser area uncleared until you have 119 stars, so the red coin star in this level is the very last one you get before the final boss. There are also 2 other hidden areas that hold castle stars, one in the Jolly Roger Bay room and one in the Rainbow Ride room on the other side of the wall. The Secret Aquarium is a room that is completely underwater, and it's also home to another red coin star. Of course, it is very slow to get, because swimming. Wing Mario Over the Rainbows is the other area, which requires the wing cap to fly and collect another red ring star. There are 5 stars to collect within the castle itself. 3 of them you get from talking to specific toads, one in the basement area and the other 2 are upstairs. There are also 2 other castle stars you get by catching this yellow bunny in the basement called Mips. You'll catch him a total of 2 times throughout the course of the game, and he'll also give you a star for each catch. Then, finally, it's the iconic slide. There are 2 stars that you get from this slide. One of them you get from just normally going down the slide, and you get the other one for getting to the end of the slide in under 21 seconds. With 119 stars collected, there's only one thing left to do. Go into the last Bowser level, collect the red coin star in that level for a total of 120 stars, then defeat Bowser once and for all. And with that, you've done it. You've beaten Super Mario 64 with all 120 stars. For your troubles, you're given a wonderful credits roll, and when you load back into the game, the cannon opens outside, allowing you to launch to the top of the castle, where you'll find Yoshi. He'll thank you for playing the game, and then give you a whole bunch of lives until he stops at 99. And that is it. That's Super Mario 64 completed 100%. Completing Mario 64 with all 120 stars is a very daunting task. However, it's not all bad. There's a lot of fun to be had exploring this wide world, but it's not all fun though. Those few bad levels are very bad. Rainbow Ride and Hazy Maze Cave are some of the most unfun levels in the game, and if you like those levels, then more power to you. I just don't like them, and collecting all of the stars in those levels, especially Rainbow Ride, is such a slog. And then there are the water levels, which, excluding Wet Dry World, are just boring. Swimming is way too slow to be even remotely challenging, and Jolly Roger Bay and Dire Dire Docks are just full of swimming. Shifting Sandland I find to be just an okay level, but every other level I actually find pretty fun to navigate and collect stars for. Sure, those bad levels do suck and they bring down the fun of a 100% playthrough, but there's a lot of fun to be had as well, with levels that are fun to run through and explore, levels that let you play around with the game's controls, levels and missions that you can do in almost any order. This game is just fun, man. If there's one thing that this game does right, it's the sense of freedom that you have, even in a 100% playthrough. Don't like a particular level? Go back for it later. Play a fun level first. This game has such a good sense of freedom that I don't think they ever reached again until Super Mario Odyssey. Even Sunshine and both Galaxy games don't feel as free as 64. Don't get me wrong, that is not an insult to those games whatsoever. Galaxy 2 is my favorite video game of all time. This game has a great sense of freedom, and I think that's the best thing about it. There's a lot more good than bad here. The next time you decide to play Mario 64, do a 120 star run. I don't think you'll regret it.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Hello everybody, it is me, Jerome, and this is my third take on doing the outro because I have no idea how to do outros. I wanted to make a video on Super Mario 64, and I was like, making a video about the ups and downs of 100%ing Mario 64 would be fun, and so I did it. And I know it's been a little bit since the last video, and that was because summer kicked my ass. This video was actually in production before summer started, and I wasn't able to get it done by then. And so, unfortunately, yeah, y'all were left without a video for some time. But that should be changing soon, because now that summer is over and I have a bit more free time now, I can work on some more stuff. And hopefully that stuff will be coming in the next few weeks, maybe a month, who knows. But thank you for getting this far, if you've gotten this far, and thanks for watching the video in general. And yeah, subscribe and all that funny mess. Alright everybody, y'all stay lovely now.